Shabbat Shalom. Hello, Shabbat Shalom. Sorry for the late start, and we will begin in a minute. Shabbat Shalom, and I'm going to invite Joni to light the Shabbat candles. Joni?
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. Well, let's come together and sing together Hine Matov at the service. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov ya la 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 la. Hine matov ya la 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 la. Hine matov umanayim ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Hine matov umanaim ya la 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 la. Hine matov umanaim ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Hine matov umanaim ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Hine matov umanaim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov umanaim shevet achim gam yachad. Since this is Mother's Day weekend, this is a section from the book of Proverbs praising a very special woman, the woman of virtue, or the woman of strength, Eshet Chayil. And I'll sing this in Hebrew from the book of Proverbs and then read that in English. And I should say, the tradition is that on Shabbat, you sing this to welcome the Shabbat bride, who is like a woman of valor, but it also is to welcome, if the man sing it, to welcome his wife, and to give thanks for what she gives to him. Eshet Chayil miyimtza v'rachok mipnim mihikra batach ba lebala v'shalal lo yachzar. Gulmatu tov v'lo ra kol yemei chayeha hayitaka aniyot socher mimerchat tavi lachma vatak bod laila vatiten teref leveita oz v'hadar levusha v'tischach liyom macharon piha patcha v'chochma v'torat chesed al shonda Sophia halichot beita v'lechem atzlut lo tochel kamu vanecha v'yashruha bala v'yalhalila rabot banot asul chayil v'at alit al kulana. A woman of valor, who can find? She is more precious than fine pearls. Her husband trusts in her, and so he lacks nothing. She does him good, never harm, all the days of her life. She perceives that her labor is rewarding. Her candle burns on into the night. She reaches out to those in need and extends her hand to the poor. She is clothed in strength and dignity, and she faces the future cheerfully. She speaks with wisdom. The law of kindness is on her lips. Her children rise up and bless her. Her husband sings her praises. Many daughters have done valiantly, but you excel them all. And now let's welcome the Shabbat angels with Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachet Neel Yon, Mi Melech Malchei Amalachim Akadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech Malchei Amlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachet Me'elyon, Mi Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzeiitchem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Peace to you, you angels of the Most High. Come in peace. Bless each of us here with peace. And when Shabbat is over, allow your sweet peace to linger on, to protect us and give us joy for the rest of the week. And let me encourage you, please, even though we're scattered around Gastonia and other places, please feel free to sing along loudly and joyously with the Shabbat service. And now we're going to come together as a congregation and express this through the Baruch Hu, in which we bless God together. And if you happen to have the prayer book, the large prayer book, you'll find this on 146. 146. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la la. Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach Baruch Adonai Hamevorach Leolam Vahidned HaMivorach Leolam Va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praised be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever. A meditation on the changing of the time as the sun sets and dark comes. We thank God for the changes of time and for all of creation. And this is a meditation on that change. This is an hour of change. Within it, we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it, we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? And the Hebrew you'll find on 148, 6 lines from the bottom in Hebrew. Umavir yamon, umevi lamayla, umavdil ben yom uvein laila. Adonai tziva'ot shemo, elachai v'kayamam, tamid yimloch aleinu, tamid yimloch Aleinu leolam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai Hamariv Avraham. a meditation on God's gift of Torah given in love. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. These are very mysterious, confusing times, and the Torah too. Sometimes it's hard to understand, but with the help of each other, with the help of God, we can understand Torah and apply it to these difficult times. Hebrew, 4 lines from the bottom on 150. V'yahavatcha al tasir mimanu liyavmo olamim. Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Page 152 and 153. We focus on the presence of God right here, right now, with all of us, as we close our eyes and cover our eyes for the first 6 words of the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Together, Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever. For those of you who know it, on 154, in Hebrew, the commandment to love God. V'ahavta ehit Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha uv'chol nafshecha uv'chol miodecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levandetnecha v'dibartabam v'shivtecha b'veitecha uv'lechtecha v'temerech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha ukishartam liyot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'hineinecha uchtavtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'sha'arenecha l'man tizkeruhu v'asitem ekol mitzvotai v'haytem kadoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. And in English on 155. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not leave them at the doorway of your house or outside your gate. They are reminders to do all of my mitzvot so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. We sing the song of freedom that we sang 3.5 millennia ago when God took us out of freedom, and we remember God frees us every day at all times if we just are aware of that. Mi Chamocha 158. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 mai mi chamocha ba'elim adonai mi kamocha nedar bakomodesh no ratahilot oh seifele מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלינו והעם ברומו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר כי יפדה אדוני את יעקב וגיה לו מיד חזק ממנו. ברוך אתה אדוני גאל ישראל ונדל. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la la la. Who is like you, O God, among the gods that are worshipped? Who is like you, majestic in holiness, awesome in splendor, working wonders? Blessed are you, Adonai, for you have redeemed us. A prayer for God to protect us. This is on 160, the bottom of the page. Grant, O God, that we lie down in peace and raise us up, our guardian, to life renewed. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Guide us with your good counsel. For your name's sake, be our help. Shield and shelter us beneath the shadow of your wings. Defend us against enemies, illness, war, famine, and sorrow. Distance us from wrongdoing. For you, God, watch over us and deliver us. For you, God, are gracious and merciful. Guard our going and coming to life and to peace evermore. Blessed are you, Adonai, guardian of Israel, whose shelter of peace is spread over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Baruch atah Adonai haporesh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim v'al kol amo v'al Yerushalayim shalom. Baruch atah Adonai haporesh sukat shalom. Shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael Kandel. Another song to celebrate Shabbat. This is on 162. And in English it goes, those who keep Shabbat by calling it a delight will rejoice in your realm. The people that hallow Shabbat will delight in your goodness. For being pleased with the seventh day, you hallowed it as the most precious of days, drawing our attention to the work of creation. And in the middle of the page, 162, we sing together Yismechu. And please join in with me. I know we're all in different places, but try to join in. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Mikadeshei, mikadeshei shvi Shabbat. Kulam yisbeyu v'yitangu mituvecha Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. V'hashvi ratzita bo v'gitashto Shabbat. Chendat yamim hovotokarabata Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malachutecha, shomrei, shomrei, shomrei Shabbat v'korei, oneg Shabbat. Zecher L'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat Zecher L'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malachutecha Shomrei Shabbat v'korei Oneg Shabbat. So we're going to have the silent prayer in a few moments. What I want you to do is, of course, stand up, and you can be guided by the words of the prayer book. You'll find them on page 164 to 181 if you have the big prayer book, or whatever prayer book you have if you have the evening prayer, or speak from your heart those words that you have to offer up and those feelings you have to offer up to God. You can offer them up right now in silence. And when you've concluded your prayer, please be seated. If you're still praying, continue silently. But if you finish your prayer, you can join in with Nigun, with a melody with me to lift our souls up to God. Yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 my yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 ya la 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 yai la 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 Yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 ya la 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 yai la yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la 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 yai la yai la 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 la. Yai lai la la lai, yai lai lai lai, yai la 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 lai lai lai, yai la 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 lai lai lai, yai la 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 lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai la 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 lai lai lai, yai la 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 lai lai lai, yai la 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 lai lai lai, yai lai lai la mai lai. Well, the reading in the Torah today, if we were to read from it, comes from the book of Leviticus, and the parsha is called Emor. And these verses that I'm going to read, I think they're kind of poignant and sad, but they also are especially appropriate for Mother's Day. And it comes after a discussion of how you offer sacrifices. And then it says this. When a bullock or a sheep or a goat is brought forth, then it shall be 7 days with the mother. But from the 8th day and thenceforth, it may be accepted for an offering made to the Lord. And whether it be a cow or a sheep, you shall not kill it and its young both in 1 day. So the idea here is that number one, when a domesticated animal gives birth to its young, you don't separate it. You allow the young to stay at least for 8 days. And furthermore, when you sacrifice or when you kill an animal, you don't kill the young and the mother or the parent on the same day. The reason for that is that if you do it on the same day, God forbid, you might slaughter the mother and the young animal within eyesight of each other. They might see the suffering of each other. And so this is a big concern about compassion for animals here. And Maimonides says something I think that's pretty interesting about this. It is prohibited to kill an animal with its young on the same day, in order that people should be restrained and prevented from killing the two together in such a manner that the young is slain in the sight of the mother. For the pain of the animals under such circumstances is very great. There is no difference in this case between the pain of the man and the pain of other living beings, since the love and tenderness of a mother for her young ones is not produced by reasoning, but by feeling. And this faculty exists not only in man, but in most living things. So Maimonides is saying that animals are like us in that they feel. And it's not just physical pain that they feel, but the emotional pain, especially the emotional pain of animals being separated from their young, or even worse, God forbid, being killed in the presence of their young. Now, when I read this, I thought immediately, I don't know if other people did, but first of all, about the need to be compassionate to animals. I personally have chosen, I hope other people will, to be vegan. And I care a lot about being compassionate to animals. And I hope you will as well. But also, it brought to mind something that's still happening, the separation of children from their parents who are undocumented workers or undocumented immigrants to America who've crossed over the border, and their children are taken away from them and put in pens. And some of you may remember seeing on television, or if you didn't, you can imagine it, a young child crying, looking out and saying, "Where's my mother? Where's my father? I want my mother. I want my father." I've seen those things, but you don't have to see them. You can set for people who are taken to prison, because people who are taken to prison, people taken to prison are separated from their children, and how poignant and how sad that is. And certainly, no matter how much we want to protect society and to rehabilitate and protect ourselves from criminals, nonetheless, we have to take into mind we don't want children separated from their parents whenever possible. We want to avoid that. Now, the death of a child in the within the eyeshot of the mother, or the mother within the eyeshot of the child, that still happens, and it happens in this country because of poverty or because of lack of access to medical health. And of course, it happens in other countries. And as I've said before, a child is a child, whether it's American or African or Indian or Central American, whatever. When a child dies, that's a tragedy, and doubly so if it's a mother that sees the child or a father that sees the child. I'm sure we've all heard stories of in Africa or other places where there aren't health clinics, and a mother will or a sister will take the child in hand who's starving and walk for days at a time because there's no health clinic available, and walk that child to a health clinic, and on the way the child may die. Um, with the expenditure of just a little bit of money, and I know people worry about how much the government spends, but with a little bit, we can provide basic medical needs with other countries uh, for all people who are poor, so that millions of children don't die in their sister's arms, in their brother's arms, in their parents' arms, and so that we can protect and save them. And of course, COVID has reminded us, since many of us are part, how precious family ties are. And while few of us have the it happen that we see our children die, or that we die when our children are young, it does sometimes happen, and COVID brings that fear to us, and it also brings to us many times an awareness of how precious the ties of different members of family, especially children and parents, but also all families. And there are many families who are kind of separated or taken apart through divorce or through arguments or um, through abuse of all kind, or for because of lack of compassion, lack of wisdom, immaturity. Um, so many times families are broken apart, and sometimes families are toxic, and or family members are toxic, and sometimes you do have to limit your contact, limit that tie, or even break off that tie. And sometimes that's the right choice, but it's never a good choice. We want to strive and think about this, especially on Mother's Day, to the extent that we can, to strengthen bonds that we have with family and to heal family. Ultimately, all of these meditations that I've had that are related to a kid being taken away, an animal being taken away from its mother, or a mother and a animal offspring being killed at the same time. All of these, I hope, will evoke different thoughts and different emotions, but in particular, a welling up of what in Hebrew is called Rahmanut. In Yiddish, it's called Rahmanas, and it means compassion or mercy. As many of you know, I've said it several times, it comes from the word for rechem, which is womb. And it's that connection of a mother with a child inside of her. And ideally, we have just a little bit of that connection with all who are suffering, with all who are in need. And there's a meditation from David Sears, a wonderful rabbi that I'd like to read. And he starts out about talking about animals. Compassion for all creatures, including animals, is not only God's business. It is a virtue that we too must emulate. Moreover, compassion must not be viewed as an isolated phenomenon, one of a number of religious duties in the Judaic concept of divine service. It is central. It is central to our entire way of life. Let's make compassion the central teaching of our tradition, the central teaching of Jewish law. Let's make compassion an important part, an essential part of our lives, and show that with our actions. And now, as an act of compassion, I would like for us to, those of you who have it, take your prayer books in hand, and we will sing the Misha Beirach, a prayer for health and healing. If you have the large prayer book, you'll find that on 371. And I especially want to remember our friends Marshall, and especially Connie and David and Judy and Ashlyn. And we also want to remember my clients, especially Stephanie and Beverly. And we also want to remember our friend Fran. And I want to remember my friend Lisa. And we want to remember everybody who's in our hearts, who has a need for health and healing. Together, Mi Shebeirach. Mi Shebeirach Avotenu Mikor Habracha Leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi Shebeirach Imotenu Mikor Habracha La'avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Let's all prepare to stand up as we turn to 586 and we take on the burden and the joy. It's both joyous but an obligation to praise God with the words of the Aleinu. And that again is on page 586, bottom of the page. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We've just praised the sovereign of the universe in the Hebrew language, proclaiming the greatness of the Creator who set the Jewish people apart from other families, giving us a destiny unique among all the nations. For that reason, we've bent our knees and bowed down, acknowledging the supreme sovereign, the Holy One of blessing. Rise up like the sun, O God, over all humanity. Cause light to go forth over all the lands between the seas, and light up the universe with joy, of wholeness, of freedom, and of peace. And express this thought, we sing together, V'ne'emar, middle of page 591. V'ne'emar, v'haya Adonai, lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, yiyeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. We prepare for the mourner's Kaddish, and you're going to find that in our prayer book on page 598. We want to remember the following people who have yahrzeits: Max Planer, Mars Shved, Rudolph Silverstein, Leon Irving Schneider, Pat Fox, William Gross, Jerry Warshawski, Sid Cowan, Dr. Sally Joe Rubin, and Harold Weinstein, and everybody else who needs somebody to say Kaddish for them. As a community of mourners, we recite together the mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. V'yolamad divrach l'rutei v'yamlich malchutei. V'chayei chon v'yomei chon. U'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam ul'olamei olamaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal. Shemei d'kudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'olma v'yimru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Oseh shalom bimramav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on the high bring peace to us, to all Israel, to which we all say amen. I hope you have a cup of wine in your hand, and whether you do or not, please join me with Kiddush. And this prayer is a prayer that says, thank you, God, for giving us wine so that we can make the Sabbath day especially holy and especially joyous. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratza banu b'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lima'aseh v'red Ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zehicher litziyat miyitzrayim ki vanu vacharta viotanu ki dam vavashta mikol havamim v'shabbat Kodshecha b'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. I'm going to wash my hands before saying the motzi. If you are washing your hands before saying the motzi or the motzi for the virtual challah here, although I hope you have challah at home to eat, but I'm going to wash my hands. And for those of you who want an English version of the prayer, it is, thank you, God, for giving us the holy mitzvah of washing our hands. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Good. I hope you enjoyed your challah as much as I did, and I'll enjoy it for the rest of Shabbat. Bim, bum, bim, 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 bum, bim, 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 bum, bim, bum, bim, 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 bum, bim, 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 bum. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Bim, bum, bim, 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 bum, bim, 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 bum. Final blessing. If you have a child that you want to bless, put your hands on their head or shoulder, or a grandchild, or just somebody that you want to bless at home. You can put your hands on them and repeat the words after me, or you can send the blessing out and hold that person in your mind and imagine your hands on them, giving them the blessing. Repeat after me. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and watch over you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God's face be lifted up towards you, and may God be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face be lifted up towards you, and may God grant you peace. Ken Yehi Ratzon, so may it be God's will. Everybody have a sweet, healthy Shabbat, and we'll see you next week. Shabbat Shalom, and happy Mother's Day.